Everybody except our Gregorian. I have to be awake. Oh, you win. So far we were listening to all EXCOM roles, how they get trained twice a year. There is also please. Before we move on, let's see just one more EXCOM role, then we move on. One of our evaluators came up and I said she's serving right now in the executive committee. What is the role anybody remembers? Sorry, quiz, must be doing a little bit of work. She's the vice president membership. How many of us are guests here? We said. Can you tell me whom you spoke to before you came? Ruchi. All of us spoke to Ruchi because she's the vice president membership. Vice president membership is the person who will talk to guests, who will talk to people who make inquiries about the club, who will tell them about Toastmasters Club, tell them what the fees is, tell them what the formalities are, how to join, why to join. This is a role for anybody who thinks they can't do business development or sales. Trust me, in today's day and age, if you can't do business development, if you can't do sales, you are going nowhere. You're either selling a product or you're selling yourself. In today's day and age, if you can't sell, you're stuck. Because somewhere you need a promotion, you have to sell yourself. Or you have to act, if you're an entrepreneur, you should know how to sell your product. If you're an advisor, you have to know how to sell your expertise. Everybody needs to know how to convince someone and sell something. If business development is something you have never done, because it's not part of your career, not part of your education, take up this role. For 1 year, you will learn skills to talk to people, to convince. Am I saying everybody you convince will fall into their lap? No, it won't. Don't you have that?
Yes, everyone.
But having said that, I would encourage everybody wanting to learn people skills, how, especially if you think, please take that role. Please take that role. I was just talking in the break to someone who said, oh, I got scared of something and ran away. You're scared of something, right? Jump into it. This is a role I will encourage everybody to have a try at least once. Because if you in your profession or your career don't do business development or sales, this is a very good role. This will teach you those skills. And for 1 year, imagine you are allowed to make mistakes, allowed to do what you want to do. And there are people supporting you. You don't care. This is the role. So far we've seen the sergeant at arms, who's the logistics manager, seen the secretary, who's the record keeper, seen the treasurer, who's the money manager. We've seen the VPPR, who's the voice of the club, and we've seen VP membership, who's responsible for keeping the numbers, the members in the club. Yes? Brilliant. Let's move on. The second section, like I told you, of a Toastmasters meeting is impromptu speaking, or what we call table talks. Impromptu speaking as in, you will come on stage, you will get a topic and you start speaking. But to tell you more about this and to run this section, I have nothing less than an English teacher, mind you. I have someone who by profession is an English teacher and by passion is a Toastmaster. Let me welcome on stage our table topic master today, Toastmaster Divya Samantha.
Or you start adjusting your watch, your pen, basically doing everything
continue with your speech after 2 minutes, 30 seconds, you keep it. The next team, you will not qualify for it. Thank you.
Now I invite members and guests to participate. So, who would like to make eye contact with me first and come? Yes. What is one leadership quality every good leader should have? Toastmaster, yes.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Leadership, the word leadership, we have been here from our full time. Who are the leaders? In my childhood, I was thinking the politicians are the leaders because we are seeing in their screen, they are coming in front of people and talking. So I felt like they are the leaders. But over the years, I realized leadership is there everywhere. In all professions, leadership is there. And the real meaning of leadership and development of leadership quality, I realized after my marriage. Because prior to my marriage, I was a person, cannot tell introverted, but I won't come up to take anything or develop anything. But there was one time in my life when I started talking to her, but she realized my communication is not good. You are not doing things properly after the marriage. So then she asked me to find a way out, and I found the Toastmasters platform. So this is the platform which changed me. I understood leadership is like coming up, taking initiative, develop any skills, whether it's communication, time management, or listening skills, or doing some evaluation, self-evaluation, and also coming up with creativity. All these elements come with an aspect of leadership. So if you ask me what qualities, one quality is required, I will not restrict it with one quality. There are multiple qualities. So it is your time being a Toastmaster to develop your leadership skills. Thank you.
Now, like any guest, Toastmaster. Toastmaster, action speaks louder than words. Action speaks louder than words. Action So I would like to choose the person who is sitting here, and he's one of my favorite person. He's Praveen. I would definitely like to go in a dinner date with Praveen. Why? Why? Because I somehow like Praveen. The courage I have seen in him is fantastic. The way he take up things, that is fantastic, and at the same time, sometimes this is the mental vibe also. I'm able to find some kind of similar vibe. Recently we were in Indore and we were in so many professional discussion. During so many discussions, we were discussing about Sadhguru. So the kind of vibes we are able to match with each other. So definitely Praveen is the person I want to go with. At the same time, I want Praveen to, Probably I'm not so much foodie, so you have to give me some idea about what we should be eating or something. So that's one area of this. Role also, kind of role.
If you had to go on a dinner date with one example menu, which role would you choose?
Role. So role I would like to go with dinner date and the okay, that's fine. That is yes, done. Thank you.
Any guess? Like, Shamika, leadership is responsibility, agree or disagree? Leadership is responsibility, agree or disagree? Or guess Shamika?
So basically, according to me, leadership is the responsibility, because I think I view responsibilities as something we should take seriously. And when we talk about leadership, we also consider the thoughts of people around you who are actually dependent on you and basically who trust you. So in that case, you have to be a really responsible person with a lot of confidence in you and who knows what you are actually doing, so that you can guide the people who look upon you or depend upon your decisions really well. So I think leadership is a thing that requires a lot of responsibilities, and Toastmasters is one of the platforms that I consider that is a really good platform to learn the leadership skills and basically in general skills which I required in this.
Any member? Toastmaster Abdul, if your club meeting suddenly shifted to a beach with no chairs or mic, what would you do as leader? If your club meeting suddenly shifted to a beach with no chairs or mic, what would you do as a leader? Toastmaster Abdul.
Lot of beats, and if you imagine having this particular meeting in a beach without mics or chairs, we don't have mics right now. But if you imagine that, how great would that be? Right? Just imagine having instead of sitting on a chair, on a hard chair, sitting on a soft sand, and the waves of sea continuously entering your ears while you hear the speeches of your fellow Toastmasters. Wouldn't that be the best background music for a speech? Additionally, of course, if you want any refreshments, you can go and ask for non-alcoholic. You can, of course, enjoy your speeches with a pint of beer. That's an add-on. And the whole environment of beach will not only add to the physical nature, as I mentioned, keep series of years, but I think people will also be enhancing the speeches, because we all know whatever we speak, it depends on state of mind. Right? If I'm speaking something right now, and if I do good or I do bad, it depends on what my state of mind right now is. and there are very few people who actually have a bad state of mind, having a pint of beer on the beach, right? So yeah, I think it would be a great idea having a Toastmasters meeting on a beach.
Now, I want two members, a member and a guest. Would you like to come? So you are a senior Toastmaster and you are shy. You are convince her to join next month. Toastmaster shy, you are a senior Toastmaster and you are a shy member. You have to convince her to join next month.
Okay. So
Shy
we start. So we get timing for this or what is it? What's the timing? 2 minutes.
2 minutes each.
So totally people can stay on stage for 4 minutes.
Okay. So basically, I will start, and she has to say what he has to say. How is she going to interact?
You have to ask questions if you are curious about it.
Just a clarity, I will ask that she will ask me questions back. And after I complete her, I will ask.
my personality, vice president, vice president members of social because I'm good at convincing people. Actually, I'm very good at convincing people. My way of talking is like whoever is talking to me is getting impressed by me.
Excuse me.
Yes, we agree.
Wonder.
Let me tell you one example. Last weekend, I was going to my brother-in-law house. He is staying in Manipur. And he told me that the wife is not here, so he can come to my house. We'll have party. So I went there. And I went to the local train. It was completely crowded. Somehow I was standing like this. After a few minutes, my hands were sweating. I thought I will fall off. But one person helped me. And this session, I went to the physically handicapped post. That time, one person also boarded with me. He was having yellow hair, some jeans, some ugly ponytail and all. The third person came to me and started shouting at me. Why do you not understand this is physically handicapped only? Why do you hold this stand? And he didn't tell me. I was just looking at him, but he was looking out of it. But he had next listen, that guy in yellow hair got off his head. And I was standing there. And he started talking to me. See, these people don't understand. They are voting the physically either coaches for these people. I was afraid to say anything. After a few minutes, he told me, So, after that I felt bad, I got off the train. But I thought that I convinced him that I am beautiful. So, I think I am good at convincing. So, my person members will be good for me.
Thank you. Now I would like to invite Toastmaster Shweta Taino to lead the time.
So for table topics, as we said, that after 2 minutes is the speech requirement time. For first table topic, Mr. Toastmaster guessing, 1 to 2 minutes. The actual time was 2 minutes 12 seconds. The second table topic, Toastmaster Varun, actual time is 1 minute 19 seconds. And for third table topic, guest Fabio, 1 to 2 minutes. The actual time is 44 seconds. The fourth table topic, the actual time is 1 minute 23 seconds. The fifth table topic, Shamika, guest Shamika, 1 minute 4 seconds. The sixth table topic, Apurva, Toastmaster Apurva, 1 minute 47 seconds. The seventh table topic, Toastmaster Shine and guest Aparna, 3 minutes 47 seconds. And for the eighth table topic, Jennifer, guest Jennifer, 1 minute 21 seconds. And for the last table topic, Vivian, 2 minutes 18 seconds.
Who is qualified to answer?
Apart from Fabio,
Now I would like to invite the Toastmaster of the group.
no applause for our table topics master. Great job. Thank you, table topics master. Let us move forward with our theme today. So the next section before we go, let us do a little more roles left. So small recollection. What all did we hear? We heard about logistics manager. One at a time. Which are secretary किधर है? Secretary. So Mr. Sergeant at Arms, secretary. Treasurer. Money manager, everybody will know. Treasurer, then VPPR is what the voice of the club. Then VPM or VP membership, who talking to members and everything. Now coming to the person who's actually running the show, the CEO of the club is Vice President Education. All of us have taken rope. Like I explained in the beginning, there are pathways in Toastmasters, which are syllabuses. Someone who will make sure new members are oriented, new members have a mentor, everybody is moving ahead in their education goals, everybody is doing various projects. At the same time, there are various role players in the club today, in the meeting. The person who arranges all this, person who makes sure everybody has an evaluator. Basically, a person who runs the club is the Vice President Education of this club. This is a brilliant leadership role, Vice President Education of the club. This is a brilliant role for someone who wants to work on their execution skills. Someone who wants to run. How many entrepreneurs in the room? All of us know that there are two parts to our job. One is strategy and there is execution. Yes? How many people who are not entrepreneurs in the room? Is this true about your job also? There is a planning part and there is an execution part. Big or small. Yes? Anybody who wants to run and wants to work on their execution skills, wants to work on their man management skills, team management skills, should be a Vice President of Education. This is again and again when I say these skills you want to learn, you should be in this position. If you see, I am talking the opposite of corporate lingo. Corporate lingo says if you have this skill, you should take up this position. I am repeatedly saying if you want to build a skill, that means you don't have it. You want to build it, take up this position. Because in Toastmasters you learn. This is a platform where leaders are creating. So take up something that you want to learn. So if you want to learn running a business, you want to learn execution skills, you want to practice your man management skills. If you are someone who thinks you want to work on your interpersonal connect, you should be the Vice President of Education. There is no rule who can or cannot be, but like I told you for various roles, ideally a person who has been a Toastmaster for a while, understands Toastmasters practices, should be a Vice President of Education. Ideally someone also who has previously maybe done an expo program or something, because if you are brand new to Toastmasters and I tell you, okay, chalo, let's put together the meeting tomorrow, I have smiles here of people who know how that feels. So ideally you should understand the Toastmaster system to be the Vice President of Education. The Vice President of Education is the fulcrum of the club. I will tell you from experience, a club which has a Vice President of Education who is not willing enough or enthusiastic enough takes 3 months to go. That's all it takes, no matter how good the club is. So responsible position, highly valuable position, and I would recommend everybody who's been a while in Toastmasters or has done some executive committee work should take it up. It's a great learning in this role. So this is the Vice President Education role. We will do one more role and then we will do something supplementary. You have a team of 6 people so far. The person who heads this team is the president of the club. The president of the club decides what are the goals of the club, decides what the club needs to do, heads the executive committee, makes sure everybody is motivated, does the work. This is a leadership role, true blue. But also, a president is expected to fill in wherever there is a gap. Somebody is off, somebody has a family problem, something happens. President is expected to fill in. President is expected to keep the club and the team running and the club achieving the goals that they have set. This is again a very important role. A club president is someone who is the club's communicator to the outside world. Outside the club, you have a group of 4 or 5 clubs which makes an area, 4 or 5 areas which makes a division. Then again 8, 9 divisions which make a district. Who communicates what the club needs to these people, to the district officers? The president. So president is your ambassador to the outside. President is the leader of the ExCom, person who keeps the club running. Many a club I have seen which has been pulled up and brought to life just by the efforts of the question. It's a magical role to take on, again for someone who's already done a couple of excombos, understands Toastmasters, understands the system, should take up this role. And I'm really praying my club gets a very as dynamic a president as it has right now, so that my club keeps growing. So these were all the executive committee. We will move on and look for other things. If you are questioning, saying, I do want to do, but do I fully commit? I have something to do. But at the other end, while we were talking about the Toastmasters meeting structure, I said the fulcrum of the structure is to 360-degree feedback. Ask any Toastmaster anywhere and you start a statement saying, feedback is, and they will complete for you. Breakfast of champions. So Toastmasters values feedback a lot. To take us through the feedback for this entire meeting and every section of it, I would like to hand it over to our general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Yasser.
Toastmaster Day has several things of who I am as a role. But to be more lucid, let me explain. I am a person as a general evaluator who will evaluate the complete meeting from the beginning. When Sir has started the meeting to the end. So my role, if I go deeper, will be like giving constructive feedback that can be implemented in the next meeting to improve the quality of the meeting. So, with me, it is not just how the meeting need to be. Everyone will get an idea how individually you will do it. Before going into my evaluation report, let me welcome our evaluator for the speaker, Padmavali, Toastmaster Kanchita, to provide the evaluation.
As someone who has an entire gallery dedicated to what my future sanctum sanctorium should look like, I think Toastmaster Padmavali's topic was perfect for me. Toastmaster Padmavali, I have three commendations and three recommendations for you. I love the beginning of your speech. You started with a story about how you had to convince the clients, why did you do home renovation. It immediately established your credibility in the profession and made it very personal. You had humor throughout your speech. You were very engaging. You used questions. You used your presentation very effectively. You started with the questions and then your slides summed up what emotions everyone feels. So I think that was a very effective way in terms of the technology itself, how you used the presentation. It was very well organized. It flowed with how you wanted your story to be. Some recommendations that I have for you is, I think the speech would benefit from a clearer structure and stronger transitions. So you started with an anecdote, but then it felt that that track was not followed. Then we went into what are the different aesthetics and why it matters. So somewhere having signposts of here's what I discovered from the story, or this means that my key lesson would make it more easier for an audience to follow your journey. In terms of using the slides, you had great slides, but I noticed in some slides, in the heading there was a spacing issue. So that dilutes the effort that you put into it. There was one slide where there was a lot of content which, while I was sitting there, was not visible. So I think for someone sitting at the end of the row, it might not have been visible at all. So again, that dilutes the impact. So just going with what the other format was, keeping just keywords and not reading off the slides, that would have enhanced it further. Your topic was, your speech title was Design with Emotion. While I completely understood the design part of it in terms of have brought it home. So overall, I think it was a very engaging speech with a very unique subject matter that you showed. It blended very well into both speech and the slides were very complimentary. You had effective interaction and a thoughtful lesson. I think with a stronger structure, a more powerful conclusion, and some basic hygiene checks while you're doing the presentation could take it to the next level. I think you very effectively met your speech objective, and I look forward to your
Now I welcome our second evaluator, Toastmaster Ruchi, to evaluate Toastmaster tendencies.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Denzel, I listened, learned, and loved practice. Kudos to you to deliver for delivering such amazing speech. What I really liked in the speech are the first thing is a powerful way of storytelling. He narrated three beautiful stories from his life, and the way in which he narrated it was really very powerful. First of all, in the first story, he created suspense by telling us to his father and by telling first that his father and his teacher trashed him, and later he revealed the reason given to him was because of the hilarious use of the word discovery and invention. The second story on the holy, he again built up curiosity by asking questions to the audience. Can you guess what happened next? So I think adding some suspense is a very powerful way to create curiosity, and he absolutely made it. The second thing in the storytelling which made it more powerful was the body language, the way in which it showed the holy colors and how it fell down from the spot. So good job with this. The second thing which I liked in the speech was lots and lots of humor, ranging from came up to came up, and the usage of hilarious usage of the word discovery and invention. Humor is a very powerful word, it's a very good way to connect with the audience, it lightens the mood, and he absolutely did it very well. Thirdly, the speech was very well organized, there were three stories, and it was a very lucid way in which it flowed from one story to another story. So good job with this. So I think that you met the speech objective. Moving to the areas recommendation. Yes, the stories are very interesting, but it was very hilarious. I feel the end or the lesson learned from it could have been better, or could have been a more detailed one, could have been a more powerful one. Because that was the end of the speech, and the end of the speech has to be very powerful. So I feel the lesson learned could have been more, could have been delivered in a better way by strong body language or by powerful words. Secondly, as it was an icebreaker speech, I felt that I could have known him in a better way if he could have told about his schooling, about his childhood, about his likes, passion, dislikes. I think I would have known him in a better way. To summarize, it was a very powerful way of storytelling with lots of humor and well speech organization. The areas recommendation are the end could have been powerful, and he could have shared more details by using himself. Overall it was an amazing speech, and I look forward to listening, learning, and laughing at your subsequent speeches.
The first evaluator, Toastmaster Kajita, has evaluated her first evaluation. So the first evaluator will be evaluated by another evaluator. So today I welcome the person who will evaluate Toastmaster Kajita's evaluation, Toastmaster Aman.
Every journey started with a single step. And many congratulations to Toastmaster Kanchika. Today you have started your journey as an evaluator. You were so uplifting throughout your
This, when you start your evaluation, first you tell that you are the first person when I came to my mind about the home takeoff. That was the correction you try to make in the starting itself, very well done. Then you talk about the commendation part. Very well done on that because humor was there, audience engagement was there, and third one you talk about the credibility, which is a major role when you give some speeches like very informative side, educational side. So I really like that the commendation part. Second, you explain why it is good. That is very important when it comes to the commendation. Then you move to the recommendation part. Like very well done on recommendation, like this project objective is to give speech on presentation while using the presentation, and you talk about some of the slides are clumsy, not very visible, and I really like that recommendation. Third one was on the emotion part. His title was Design Start with Emotion, something like that. And we talk about that how was the transition part, where was the transition part. I really like that, the third recommendation. And the first one was very, very important, the clear structure and the anecdote. And the clear structure was like, I also felt the same. Clarity of the structure was not there. Now, with this good part in your evaluation, I will give you some feedback, some recommendations so you can implement and improve your evaluation for the next time. First, whenever you are talking about good usage of humor, where you usage that humor, when you talk about the wife part and the marriage part, you have to mention that. The role play. Second, when you talk about the audience engagement, when the audience engagement increases, when he asks the continuous question to the audience engagement increases. You talk about that. And the credibility part comes when you talk about the area of expertise. And the topic selection was on the basis of interior design. So you have to explain why it's good, why it matters. When you are giving recommendation, you have to mention how it can be better. When you talk about the clear structure, how it can start with some fact about interior design. He can start with that. Then some story, little bit of story connect with his slides. And then the ending again related to emotion or something like that. So you have to give clarity to this. Second, the presentation and the emotion, transition of emotion, you have to give explanation on that as well. How you can do better. Overall, you are uplifting and very motivating evaluator. Just work on this basic recommendation, like you have to explain things, and one day you will define your emotional keywords. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Agnel. Now I call upon our timer Toastmasters trainer to give the timer score for the evaluation.
So for the evaluations, the speech time requirement is 2 to 3 minutes. Evaluator Kanjika, actual time is 3 minutes 7 seconds. Evaluator Ruchi Kumari, actual time is 3 minutes 13 seconds. Evaluator Amruta, it's 3 minutes 18 seconds.
Now I call upon our next captain member, Toastmaster Shai, to give the grammar review.
Good evening, everyone. So the word of the day was used by Toastmasters Anita Shruti twice and Yasin once. Phrase of the day, unfortunately, nobody used. Some improper usage of grammar, but it's not that thing. I mean, it was something like that, but it's not that thing. But it's not that thing could have
been, but it's not so. Guide the person, guide the people should be guide people. You talk about should be you spoke about. These were some improper usage of grammar. But there were a lot of good usage of grammar, words and quotes. Starting with Toastmasters, Sangeeta Shruti, she used fulcrum, crown around, clean and transparent, money scale, perspective, GOK account, which is God only knows, persona, utopia, and Sangeeta Shruti has a good usage of vocabulary. I always admire that. Fall into your lap. You are scared of something, jump into it. Interpersonal connect. Then there is Toastmaster Padmapani, who use minimalistic, look inward. Toastmaster Denzel, he used collapsible, unison, hanging like the pendulum. And Toastmaster Kanjika, she used sanctum sanctorum.
Sanctum sanctorum.
Credibility, dilute the efforts. Toastmaster Varun used depicts true picture. These were my report, and these were the good usage of language. Not a good usage of language. Well done.
Now I call upon our half founder for today.
also used right of the
Toastmaster Varun to give the report of pillar words and
Thank you, Master Yasin. I have a long list, so I go very short. I have only 2 minutes, so I had to evaluate exactly 80 people, starting from the Toastmaster of the day till the last evaluation. So I just take the names and the evaluation which I could get from and the part which I have been assigned for. So starting with Shruti, amazing. So and was usage was 3 times, so was 5 times, was 2, accordingly was 3, rest everything was excellent. Shine, Toastmaster Shine, so usage of 5, 3 times. Kanjika, so usage of 5 times, usage of 1, 12 times. Toastmaster Padmapani, so usage was 14, usage once. Toastmaster Ruchi, so usage twice and short pauses twice. Toastmaster Denzel, and was used 10 times, so was used 4 times, I was once. Toastmaster Shweta, was used 5 times. Toastmaster Divya, and was used 6 times, and was used for twice. Yasin, Toastmaster Yasin, and was used 2 times, but 3 times, and so was 5 times. Toastmaster Varun, and was used 5 times. And pauses were used twice each, and short pause was taken twice. Guest Fabio, but was used once, and was used twice. Rest all was good. Toastmaster Ruchi Negi, so was used twice, and was used twice. Guest Shamika, and was used thrice, and was used 6 times, and I was used thrice. Toastmaster Apurva, and was used twice, and was used twice. Guest Jennifer, was used twice, and long pauses were taken twice. Guest Aparna, but was used twice, rest was good. Toastmaster Piyush, and was used twice, and Toastmaster Amrita, and was used thrice, and was used thrice, and lines were repeated thrice. That's all for me.
thank you.
Thank you.
Now I call upon Amitabh Bachchan for today's meeting. The Toastmaster for today's meeting, Toastmaster Apu.
creative child stories, and of course we learn about the language itself to keep our learning against all of us. It's time to test your learning skills. Roll your eyes, no Google to First question is, according to Denzel, how many people meet him during that day of travel? Any bonus points for guessing this word?
Teachers, principal, and his father. Biological father.
So, next question. Which ex-com role is responsible for maintaining transparent accounts and ensuring the funds reach Toastmasters International? Secretary, week membership, treasurer, or financial secretary?
Pressure.
Which ex-com role is most closely related to business development and sales?
Membership.
Are you members? Next question for guests. Because, members know this already. One of the responsibilities of presidents is, creating meeting posters, handling finances, managing investments, or filling gaps wherever needed, and representing the club externally.
Would like members also answer, please? अरे बात तो बोलते तो
Filling the gaps. Okay. Yeah. So what inspired Yasi to join Toastmasters? There are the options. His boss, his friend, LinkedIn, or wife. Yeah. So, whom did Miss Yuji choose for learning?
VP Education.
And last question is that before running a hair salon, Toastmasters signed worked as a
Teacher.
There's a word mentioned by them.
Educator.
So I'm participating. Where's educator? Yeah, that's last question. So thank you.
Business skills.
So, we have the final evaluation. And for the final evaluation, I will be providing the evaluation. So, today's meeting, naturally I used to come on time. But today I came early and I observed that meeting was late by 7. Our meeting has started with a very energetic exercise by Toastmaster Divya with the sergeant at arms, and he has given all the meeting instructions in a very lucid manner. Followed by presiding officer, Toastmaster Praveen. The 2 points which I like about today's meeting is like, today the guests were invited onto the stage. So they have got a preliminary icebreaker to stand on the stage and give their opinion why they have learned. And second part is, he has also given some brain exercises, which is very easy, everyone can do it. Our Toastmaster of the day was the main highlight for today's meeting. She has given the very good theme that is very relevant at this point of day. That is the skills required for the magnificent self. When I started my Toastmasters journey, there was a moment like I was confused what skills these are the roles representing. But this time, when ahead of the expo collection, when you have given this briefing in a very clear manner, it was really useful for the Toastmasters. And you have explained the meeting format and the feedback system, and that is also very important part of this meeting. Now, coming to the table topics master, she has given a very creative and the themes which were aligned with our meeting. That is on leadership skills development. She has given the topics, and she has also included one topic where she has engaged two persons, one senior Toastmaster and junior. So that is really commendable because that involves your creativity. I have also, except one time you have used the format, name, topic, and then that first one was me, busy. So that need to be followed. And for that also I have a recommendation like when you are telling the name, topic, and the second topic when you are telling, you have to fix the order. There were instances like when some Toastmasters, new Toastmasters, and when they came to the stage, they were stuck because they are new to the stage. So I will encourage as a third topic master, if you can help out the members when they are stuck in that topic, like giving some hints, like you can tell an example in your close. That will encourage them to speak longer, and that will help. And generally, when I tell about the topic of speaker, everyone have they just have taken interest. They have initiated to come up on the stage, and that is I appreciate that. And Toastmaster, even though experienced Toastmaster, I have observed something like somewhat when eye contact was lacking at one or two, especially when the Toastmaster is giving a name of certain person, referring and talking. It is better like to involve all the audience also, so that the connectivity is made. Now coming to the evaluators, all the evaluators have clearly mentioned that the speech objective was met, which is usually English, and they have also presented it in a clear manner like comment, recommendation and summary. So, Toastmaster style has like phrase of the day has not used, but word of the day have used by one of the people. I appreciate Toastmaster style as a grammarian. You have given this topic which is very simple to use in speech and table topics. So that is very appreciable. Another portion I appreciate you is like you have added a word lexicographer. You have given a new idea to the people. So that is called part, like lexicographer who adds the vocabulary. That is something new for me. Now some recommendation. Today's meeting one more point is like I encourage all role players to develop their confidence and present their role description without looking at the script. Maybe many of you are doing it for the first time, but for the next time when you are coming on the stage, prepare and be clear and present it without looking at the script. That will help you. Now, I hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, General Elevator. No applause for General Elevator. Thank you. To round off all that we've been discussing since the beginning, we've been talking about the 7 horses that pull the club, like the 7 horses that pull the sun's chariot. So we've spoken about Sergeant at Arms, we've spoken about
Treasurer,
Secretary,
BPM,
Education, BPPR, membership, and the captain of the team, the president. So these are the people who run the club. Now I wanted to talk about these roles are important. Not important because that is what runs the club, of course, that is obvious. They're very important also because this helps you test the waters of leadership safely. Here you are allowed, this is a sandbox where you are allowed to learn, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes. So you want to get into, like with every role I told you, which place, what skills, etc. What if I really want to take up a leadership role? Currently, next 6 months, 8 months, my career is going through a curve. I may not have so much time to be. Or maybe I am a little apprehensive. What if I don't have time to commit? What do I do? I take up something called a buddy to a role. A buddy, like the word suggests, is a friend. So if I take a buddy to secretary, I help in preparing the agenda. I help in preparing the minutes of meeting. Or maybe once in a while, I prepare minutes of meeting. Same way, you can be a buddy to every role except the president. You can't help out in running the team, right? So you can't be a buddy to a president. Almost every role can have a buddy. If you ask me, I would say this is a very robust system. Ideally, take up the role. Move forward in your leadership journey. But if you have apprehensions, don't let that stop you. If you think you have work commitment, some commitment, don't let it stop you. Take up the buddy role. So you get the learning. At the same time, you can put in a little less effort because you are not ultimately responsible. Having said that, don't take up a buddy and disappear. There's the club president, club VP, VPM, all looking at me, and I really want to go home in one piece. So don't take up a buddy and disappear, but understand that you are not the person running the show, you are an assistant, so there is lesser responsibility, lesser involvement available for you. So with that, we will wrap it up saying that yes, these are the 7 people who run the club. Everybody contributes, but they are responsible, and they are the ones learning leadership. In a club like Agnel, where you have more than 50 people as members, getting a chance to run the club or taking up leadership position is a privilege, and it is a great learning opportunity. And like I said even previously, I will repeat myself. If you feel some role doesn't have the skill that you want, please take up that role. If you are feeling scared of some role, please take up that role. That is when you will learn. Don't hold yourself back. Please let us give our president the problem of plenty with nominations. Let her get multiple nominations for each role, and let the person who conducts the election face the reason. With that, I invite all Toastmasters sitting here to take the next step in their leadership journey and hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Pradeep.
Right. So the polls are out. So I would request to all to answer the polls. Okay, fine. And while you are answering polls, I would request I guess to share their experience of this meeting. would request the guests to share their experience of this meeting. So we will start up over here.
Hello everyone. So as you all know, today was my first time. I was initially really scared standing at the stage, and the pride really scared me off. And I stopped. I would just give one thing that could help the people who get scared over there at that stage like me. I really wanted someone who could help me just with a word or two. Other than that, I really love this community and how people are really engaging. And it's a very nice place. Thank you so much for having us.
I was a bit frightened, but it happened. It's my first time, and I felt nice knowing some of you. I hope to come here many more times. Be a member of this community. Thank you.
So today our first session, and actually got an opportunity to speak on stage and I think that's a lot of areas of improvement that I'm and this is a really good opportunity and really good community of people, and I always feel so much love.
Good evening everyone, I'm Dr. Akash. So this was my first time coming to Toastmasters. I've always heard about Toastmasters from my wife, and we're thinking always to let's just attend a session and look forward to what is it about. And coming here today, it was really a great experience, looking at all your participants and Toastmasters, what exactly is happening around here and how it is going to help in your respective professions and to build your own vocabulary and your grammar. It's really a nice place to be here, and I look forward to membership.
So I am very experienced. I'm very happy I came to Toastmasters meeting today. It's a very warm and inviting atmosphere that everyone here has created. And there's a lot of opportunity for learning, for growth, not just in communication skills, but also in various areas. So I'm looking forward to my work.
He's a member. He's a member.
Right. So we have the
nomination किया ना इसका दोनों को कविता में नॉमिनेटिंग है ना कविता वाली नॉमिनेटिंग डीपीएम के लिए नॉमिनेट कर रहे हो ना अच्छा नहीं लगा
मुझे नहीं पता अभी आज मैंने सुने ना रोज की मैंने क्या आई कुडंट गेट इनटू दिस
अच्छा ज़्यादा कुछ हेक्टिक नहीं रहेगा बताऊँ ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं होगा इनिशियल रहेगा 1 or 2 months मुझे लर्निंग उसके बाद फिर स्मूथ हो जाएगा
तुम्हारे होते हैं
हाँ वो चेंज है वॉशेज में बदल
अभी नहीं होना मेरा तो आइस ब्रेकर नहीं हुआ अभी तक मैं इसलिए कुछ बोल नहीं रहा कि वाई नॉट इवन द फर्स्ट स्पीच मुझे देख के Yeah, that's what I don't
spend some more time with them.
see them it's optimal.
क्योंकि हार्डली वो में ना हुआ है.
Okay, so we have the
Don't be
the-
rushing.
नहीं
well with us.
ना less than April में ही है.
IPL होके भी अभी
Okay, yeah. So the best auxiliary role player is Toastmasters. Okay, then we have the best role player.
Kisses.
Yeah, yeah. So it is Toastmaster Ankita Shruti, but now we don't have her here. Okay, then we will come to the best evaluator award, and it goes to Toastmaster. Then afterwards we have the best takeable topics speakers.
Divyang. Divyang.
So we have two of these. So it's the Toastmaster Shine and
हाँ सही है. That's good.
Yes,
Yes.
And now we have the award of the best speaker, and it goes to Toastmaster Renzi.
Thank you.
Now we have a petition where we do an induction of a new member. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Anjali over here. So how this will work is I will read it out something to you. You will say I do, and then I will read it out something for all of you, and then you also will say I do. So okay. Membership in Toastmasters is a privilege, and the only way to gain the benefits of the program is to this is for you all. You members of the Agnel Toastmasters Club pledge to support Toastmaster in her quest for self-development and promise to make her Toastmaster membership a rewarding and a fulfilling experience?
Yes,
I do.
we do.
Okay. Congratulations and okay, I have some announcements. We have our Kahani contest on the next Saturday on 6th of June. Okay, and then we will also have the XCOM elections on the 7th of June. This will be online and it will be at 11 a.m. So I hope all of you will be there to select the next XCOM. And with that, I now declare this meeting to be over.